Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. It is about to be New Year's, which is so exciting. And I am definitely somebody who loves New Year's. I love resolutions. I love planning. I love all of these things. And so I wanted to take a few minutes to think about the new year ahead. I just sort of talked about the things that I really liked about this past year, which was definitely my year of adjusting to this new place, adjusting to a new family life, and now I'm thinking about the next year. And so this was my rebuilding year, and next year is going to be another year of rebuilding, but also starting to move forward with some things. So I have my 2025 goals here. Now there are 18. I want to get to a full 25 before the new year. I have a couple of more days, but I thought I would go through the things that I already have here and show you how I'm planning to implement them this year and what I'm going to do in terms of planning. So these are all of my goals. So as they come to me, I just started to write them in this note. It's been over a week since I've been compiling all of these things, but the things that are most important to me in the new year are going to be saving. So I want to save a lot, as much as I possibly can in terms of money, my own personal health, and then leaning into my hobbies. So for me, I have two major hobbies. My hobbies are cooking. I love to cook, and I think more than cooking, it's more just seeing your family be happy. And I think that that's how, in South Asian culture at least, people say that your parents just want to feed you, your mom just wants to feed you. And I think it's because they just want to see you happy. And as a mom now, I totally get that. As a wife and mom now, because even seeing my husband be oh, this is good, it just brings you a sense of joy. So definitely cooking, and then YouTube. So those are my two hobby related goals. And so those are kind of the three big categories. There are some smaller things in here as well, but I just wanted to go through and actually prioritize them. Not just prioritize them, but also plan them out into quarters, so that when I put them into my planner, which right now I'm thinking of using a Hobonichi, but a Hobonichi Techo or Techo, I don't know which is the right way to say it. But I also last year started using a Laurel Denise planner at the beginning of the year, and I think Laurel Denise is a little bit more streamlined. So anyways, we'll get into that maybe in another video. But I'm thinking about putting all of these, actually writing them in at the beginning of the year, in the monthly and in the quarterly sections, so that I actually have to review these multiple times. So, and why don't we add one in here? Let's write review goals every month, so that we can, have progress reports. Okay, so this one is going to be a recurring annual. So I think every month I'm going to have to put that in. Find a trainer. So this is something I really want to do after I have my baby and after I'm sort of cleared to exercise. I haven't decided if I want to find a trainer or find a program, but I want to find some sort of plan to actually force me and hold me accountable with staying in shape, because that is something that I can definitely sort of leave behind. I mean, I think I worked out a total of 5 times this whole year, which is so sad. So I think that is something that's definitely going to be on my radar, but I think it's going to have to wait until at least Q2 or Q3. So I think I'll introduce it in Q2, but I will, where's the Q? Okay. Q3. Okay. Q2, Q3. But do something active 3 times a week. So that just means walking, going to Disney. I think that's pretty active. So we're going to Disney this week, for example. We're going to be going to Disney a lot because my son loves Disney. So this is going to be a weekly goal. Okay, so reading. So you can see 4 and 5 are both about reading. So I do like to read a lot. I definitely fell off of that wagon a little bit this year, just with everything going on. But I had a short spurt of times when I was reading. So I used to be very into nonfiction, like Malcolm Gladwell. Thinking Fast and Slow was another one that I really loved. I liked a lot of those psychological, Power of Habit. But then I got really into fiction, so Emily Henry. She's the one that really comes to mind. But Abby Jimenez, I think, is another one. So I have a lot of I have a lot of holds on Libby right now with my library card, and so I think I want to really get back into it. I think I have the mental space now to actually read for fun and not just read like medical books, because I think after residency I was like sort of burnt out with the reading, but now I'm like ready to get back into it. So read 6 physical books, 1 every 2 months, because I think having 1 every month is going to be too much for me, but having 1 every like 2 months, because I sort of do it in spurts where I will read a whole bunch and I'll go through like a book or two and then I will not read for another couple of months. So I need to sort of balance that out. So 6 physical books. I like to read my fiction. I don't like to listen to fiction, but I like to listen to nonfiction. So that's where 6 audiobooks comes in, because that I can do sort of passively in the background while driving, in my reading room. I can just have it on in the background. So I think that will be pretty easy to do. So 6 audiobooks, 6 physical books this year. I think I can do it. Those are obviously monthly goals. We'll put that in. Monthly. Okay, so now we're getting into my hobby-related goals. Cook something new twice a month. So again, I feel like ideally I would like to do it every single week. I would like to try 1 new recipe, but I think that between getting the right ingredients and choosing things that everyone will like and actually finding the recipes, it might become like a goal that is not sustainable. But I think if I can just do it once every other week, or just maybe twice in 1 week and then not again for a couple of weeks, that will definitely be a way to make this goal more achievable. So cook something new twice a month, and 52 videos for my channel. So that's 1 a week. I think I can do it. It will require some planning ahead, especially as new baby comes early this year, but I think we can do it. And I just want to see my channel grow with that. But obviously that comes from putting up good videos and good content. So that's going to be my goal. Now, something I have read a lot about are making sure that baby 1 does not feel like so affected by baby 2. Obviously, to a degree, it's inevitable, but I definitely want to make sure that I have taken time out of my life to make sure that baby 1 is prioritized. So I want to do 4 outings with baby 1 as much as possible. He is like 2-ish now. And so if I can even take him out, just me and him, or me, him, and my husband, like a couple of times, once a quarter, just us, even if it's just McDonald's or like something that he likes, I think that would be special for us. Oh, I already have outline goals every month. I can get rid of this one. I definitely want to be better about actually sticking to my goals, so that's where this one came from. So that's a monthly goal. Actually do daily journaling. So I really like daily journaling. I have always been very into journaling and writing. That's something that I've done my entire life. From a young age, I have dream journals, and I have journals that I left at our family friends' houses, and I'm sure that my mom is watching this oh yes, those journals. So I have a lot of history with journals, but I really enjoy it, and I end up writing a lot in my journals when I'm upset about something or I'm mad. But I think it's also fun to highlight the good things. I remember I wrote when I first found out I was pregnant, and that's fun to go back and look at. So with my first baby. So I ended up getting a 5-year Hobonichi journal, just so I can write 1 or 2 lines every day and look back on it over 5 years. And so since it's 2025, it just feels like such a nice round number to start this. So I'm going to be doing that, and I really want to keep up with it. I really want to keep up with it because it'll be fun to look back on. I love going back and reading my old journals. My best friends' names are, and I had a list of 5 people from my class, and they're just random people in my class. I don't think they were actually my best friends, but it's just so funny how, just to look back and see. Anyways, so that's a daily goal. Now, doctor's appointment and dentist appointment. Unfortunately, I do have to put these on my list because otherwise they will not necessarily get done. I mean, they will get done, but it'll be a mad scramble. It'll be oh, I have to find time to do it. It's going to be a whole thing. So I think if I put it on my goals list, it'll feel very satisfying when it's finally done. And I wrote doctor's appointments, and appointments with a plural, because I want it not just for me, but for my whole family. So that's going to be 3 ticks that we have to do, or 4, I guess. But, kids' appointments don't really get missed, but our own appointments we don't take care of. So this was one that was in conjunction with my husband. No takeout 2 days in a row. Whoops. We like DoorDash. We eat a lot of DoorDash. I get busy and I don't want to cook, and we end up doing DoorDash. So, and if I'm solo parenting, I definitely don't want to cook, so I end up doing DoorDash. So our goal is not to not get DoorDash. It's just to not do it twice in a row. So that's the goal for that. Okay, so then we come back to my shopping, which goes back to my savings. I really want to save a lot this year. And so if I end up buying something, I have to take something out of my closet. And it really shouldn't be a problem because my closet is like over full. I would love to be more of a minimalist, and this is sort of my way of doing that. So this is something I want to check in on all the time, and we will see how it's going every month. And then this is an interesting goal that I read about, only shopping 1 day a week. And I wrote Amazon because I feel like Amazon is really where I do a lot of that type of dumb, mindless shopping. But I really think that just being like, oh, I can only buy these on like Mondays will really help curb a lot of that frivolous, like, I don't need this spending. Because if I can't just buy it in the moment, because, the phone makes it so easy. You literally just like double click or whatever, and then you've got like journals and pens and little toys for your kids showing up at your doorstep every single day. But if I'm like, no, I have to wait until Monday, then by the time Monday comes around, A, probably have forgotten about whatever it was, or B, don't need it anymore, or C, have, I don't know, just like realize that this was a dumb, impulsive thing that I didn't need to do. So that's going to be something we try to do as much as possible. It's not going to be perfect, obviously, but we're going to try. And then mindful shopping kind of goes hand in hand with that. Be much more mindful. Don't just buy stuff. Think about it. Daily words of affirmation. That's for me and my husband, to just be nice to each other more often. We are both I think we're both like sort of introverted. Like, we're best friends and we talk to each other a lot, but we are also okay with not talking to each other a lot, if that makes sense. Like, after my son goes to bed, most days he will go and do his work, and I will come into my office in here and also do my work, and we end up not really talking a whole lot. Like, we'll just talk now and then, and both of us are perfectly happy with that situation. Like, we are fine with it. It doesn't mean that we are unhappy. Like, I'm very happy. Okay, that sounded like I'm trying to prove a point here. My point is that we're both satisfied with where things are, but I think we could do a better job of just being nicer to each other, being there for each other, taking 10 minutes to actually like talk about our days instead of just being like, all right, see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, and then this is another one. I wrote LOL at the end because this is actually while I was doing my own or getting my nails done this time around. I was like, I really need to learn how to do my nails. So I love having freshly manicured nails, and I don't mind paying to get my nails done, but I can do it myself. Like, I can do it myself. Why am I paying someone to do this? I feel like it's more hygienic if I can do it myself. So yeah, I think I should do it myself. So that's going to be a Q2. I'm going to put that in Q2 because I don't think anything's going to happen when baby is born until after like my mind is a little bit clear. So I didn't go through and put every like monthly, weekly on every single thing. I feel like some of these things are pretty self-explanatory, but I am going to write this all at the beginning of my planner, write it monthly. I think actually I'm just going to put it into like a Post-it, a big Post-it. I have these Post-its that I'll use. I'm going to write all of these down, and then I'm going to shift this Post-it from like week to week, month to month. That's my plan. So I would love to hear how you all are planning and what you guys like to plan with. But that is my planning plan for 2025. And if all goes well, we will do a mid-year check-in. In fact, we should do a mid-year check-in or a quarterly check-in, regardless of how it's going, because that might be the kick in the butt that we need to start again. So what do you think? I think this is a good start. So yeah, I need 7 more goals. So what do you guys think? What are some good goals that I should add to this? Anything? All right. I have plenty of things to do. I need to read some more studies. And then, as usual, I have another OBGYN appointment. We're getting to the end, guys. Baby is going to be here soon. Hi friends. Guess what? I just found out, I thought I would share it on this video. I just found out that I hit 10K subscribers on YouTube and now I'm at 10,003. So this just happened and I'm so excited. I don't know, that was one of my 2024 goals, which is actually interesting that it happened today and I'm making this video about my goals because I just found out that I hit 10K on YouTube, and for me that is a big deal. Because when I came back a few months ago, I was like, my goal for 2024 is just to hit 10K this year. And I got there, and now I have surpassed it by 3 subscribers. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I seriously appreciate it. It has made my day. I'm so excited. And I have one day to spare because it is not quite the end of the year yet. But anyways, back to what I was actually going to talk to you about. It is now, I just got back from my appointment. It's 3:30, and I know that doesn't sound very late, but like I said, I think in previous videos, if I have, that we eat dinner 5:30 in this household. As soon as everyone gets home from school, from work, from daycare, whatever, we like to eat, and then whatever happens for the rest of the day, we can have a snack later on, we can have tea, we can have milk. That goes for all parties, me, my husband, my child, so all of us can have whatever we want later, but I like to make sure everyone is fed when they get home. So that does not always leave a lot of time for me to make dinner after work because oftentimes work goes either till 5 or 4:30 or right in that time frame, and I don't have a lot of time to get something on the table. And I do like to make food. I like to make dinners. As you saw, it's one of my hobbies and something I'm trying to do more of this year. But I thought I would show you a few things that have helped me sort of throw a quick meal together when there isn't a lot of time. Now, obviously, we can get the pre-made orange chickens or pre-made things from Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. They have a lot of pre-made foods, and honestly, I have not tried 95% of them. I try to avoid most of those things. The only ones that I really will get are, sometimes I'll get a frozen pizza maybe twice a year just to have something to throw in the oven at the last minute as a backup. I will also sometimes get the Asian food, like I said, the orange chicken, because my husband likes Asian food, and then I'll make steamed vegetables and rice with that. But most of the time, I try to stay away from those. Because of the sodium level, and I don't know exactly what's in it, and so I don't do fully pre-made foods very often. But I love to do the semi-homemade stuff. So, I think there was a Food Network show that's called Semi-Homemade. That's my entire life philosophy. So I try to cook chicken from raw, marinate it, and do all of that sometimes. But when I'm in a pinch, today, I don't have that much time. Some of the things that I like to make, on an ideal day, I would make everything not completely from scratch. I'm not sitting here making pasta from scratch, but I do like to marinate my own chicken, cook my own chicken. Everything I make is semi-homemade, but some of the things that make my life a lot easier are getting some of the pre-made chickens, some of the pre-sliced vegetables. It's just, yes, I know there's one more that reminds me. These are some of my favorite things that are semi-homemade, that are pre-made, that I like to use in my cooking. So the first are these chicken meatballs from Trader Joe's. These ones are fully cooked, so all I do is throw them in the air fryer, and then I throw them into a pasta. That's so easy, and it feels like good protein. It's not horrible for you, and still quick. Today, I have to go and get my son very soon. Pre-sliced stuff. I know it's mind-boggling, right? You're paying I don't know how much I paid for this, $5 or something, for literally what is maybe 1 or 2 zucchinis. But if I had literally bought a zucchini, it would probably sit in my fridge and probably spoil before I got a chance to actually do anything with it. So at least now I know that I'm actually going to use these, and I'm going to use these today. I'm going to make zucchini, spiral zucchini pasta with those chicken meatballs, and maybe with either I'll use a tomato soup as the base or a pasta sauce, one of those. I also this time got sliced apples. Again, call me lazy, it's fine. All I know is my son actually ate apples yesterday with cinnamon on them for the first time ever since I've offered him apples. And the reason is because I was actually able to just stick my hand in, throw them on a plate, throw some cinnamon on it in like 2 seconds and hand it to him. And he actually had a chance to eat it. So if it's gonna mean that my family is going to actually eat more fresh food, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe in a couple of years, I'll be actually back to making all the stuff by myself when my kids are no longer this little. But until then, I think semi-homemade is fine. This is another one that I like. This makes me feel like it's a step up from like the garlic, you know what I'm talking about? Which I also, like, I don't mind using that. I have it, but I feel like it doesn't add any flavor. Like, where is the garlic flavor? So this actually makes me feel like I'm using real garlic without having to, like, actually peel and do the whole thing. Another hack with these is if you have a garlic press, if you just press all of these and put them in ice cube trays, then you just literally have, like, your garlic frozen and ready to put into any food. And if you have a grocery store that is similar to mine, they actually make like those cubes of garlic, but they have xanthan gum in them. I'm sure it doesn't matter, but why add additional ingredients when you don't have to? So this was definitely a good purchase for me. I'm going to press these at some point and just store them in a frozen manner just so that I can have it ready. My parents already do that with ginger, so they can throw it in their tea. They like grate it and put it into ice cube trays, and so they just have little bits of ginger that they can throw into their tea. And you can do the same with garlic. You can do the same with anything, obviously, but it's a good idea to do. And having it pre-peeled like this makes that even easier. So let me make some dinner, and then I will show you what it looks like, and then that might be the end of the video, because then my son will come home and things get crazy, and the Lions are playing tonight, so I'm definitely going to be watching some football tonight. So anyways, I will see you all in a little bit. This is the finished product. So delicious. So that's the final product. My last mom hack is that I make everything toddler friendly and bland. Pretty much the only thing I do afterwards is I'll add something spicy to our own plates, like mine and my husband's, and then I leave it bland for the toddler. And this is one of my favorite ways to do that. These are the Calabrian chili peppers. They are so good, but these are so good. I put these in mac and cheese. I put these in like pretty much a lot of things that I cook. As you can see, it's very well loved. So this is me trying to up my cooking game this year. And yeah, I'm just gonna let this cook off a little bit more, maybe for another 5 minutes. It is 4:05, so this is perfect timing. I will plate up a little bit for my child, and then I will go and pick him up, and that will be that. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.